Okay, so dear student, in this class we discuss about the heating effect of electric current. Okay, as we also studied this topic in class 7 also, heating effect of electric current. As we know that when a electric current passes through a conductor, the three effects are there. One is a heating effect of electric current. It is because due to the resistance. Another one is a magnetic effect of electric current, and third one is a chemical effect of electric current. So now we discuss about the heating effect. In class 8 we also studied the chemical effect of electric current. Okay, in class 10 we studied heating effect, and the next chapter we also studied the magnetic effect of electric current. So let's start this topic. Heating effect of electric current. So electric current means I equals to Q by T, charge per unit time. Electric charge flows through the conductor per unit time. It constitutes a electric current. Okay, and what is the source of this electrical energy? A battery or a cell. If we don't have any battery, or if we don't connect any battery or cell, we do not get any electric current. So what happen when we connect the battery or cell? The chemical reaction will happen inside this, and it creates or it generates a potential difference between the two terminals of a circuit, and it sets a electric current. Okay, as we also studied, because of the potential difference, electric charges are flows from one terminal to another terminal. That's why we get the electricity. So which generates the potential difference? The chemical reaction within the cell or battery. So how we define the heating effect? Heating effect means how much heat is produced inside the conductor. As we know that, if we apply any external electric field, or if we increase the temperature, the collision between the free electrons and the atoms which are vibrating about their mean position, it also increases. As the number of collisions also increases, that means they can't flow easily inside a conductor. So what happened? They resist the flow of electric charge, and this is called resistance. So as the resistance increases, the heat also generated inside the conductor. Okay, so how we define heating effect of electric current? When electric current passes through a high resistance wire. You mentioned this one. Okay, high resistance wire. Resistance must be high, because we know that if resistance is high, current is low. So current is low means the amount of charges flows through the conductor is low or decreases because of that collision. So when the electric current passes through a high resistance wire, the wire becomes becomes hot and produce heat. This is called heating effect of electric current. Okay, and what is the reason behind it? Mainly the electrical energy gets transformed into heat energy when the current flows through a wire of same resistance, say suppose R ohm. Okay, so this is the definition of heating effect of electric current. Now related to this heating effect, we also studied another new law which is discovered by scientist Joule, that is called Joule's law of heating effect. In this chapter we also studied another law, that is called Ohm's law. Okay, now we studied another second law of this chapter, that is Joule's law of heating effect. What is Joule's law of heating effect? According to this law, the heat produced in a resistor is directly proportional to the square of the current for a given resistor. That means when R and T is constant, H directly proportional to I square. Second number, the heat produced in a resistor is directly proportional to the resistance of a given resistor when I and T is constant, current and time is constant, H proportional to R. Third one, it is directly proportional to the time for which current flows through the resistor. How much time it takes? That it is directly proportional to that time, but the condition is when I and R is constant. So if we combine these three equation or these three statements, we get H proportional to I square R into T. Now if we write a equal sign, so we have to multiply by some constant, and here the constant is 1 by J. Okay, J is called Joule's constant for heating effect. Now it's this J has a value in CGS. In CGS its value is 4.2 calorie. But in SI it has no unit and its value is 1. So maximum time we use the SI unit when we solve the numericals and another things. So that's why we consider it mostly that SI unit. So in SI unit the value of J is 1 and it has no unit. So in SI we can write the equation H equals to I square R into T. Okay. So this is the according to the Joule's law, we get the equation of Joule's law of heating effect. H is equals to I square R into T. Now how we derive this equation? Now derivation, whatever we studied in last classes, that potential difference, work done, definition of current, all this Ohm's law, all these things we used here. Okay. So how we derive this one? We consider a resistance wire which resists the flow of current through it. So when it resists the current flow through it, so work must be done by the current source for continuous flow of the current. So now if we calculate that work done, so we know that work done equals to Q into V. How we know this one? From the definition of potential difference, V equals to W by Q. So W equals to V into Q. Here we only use V, not the delta V. Okay. So we have equation 1, W equals to Q into V from the potential difference. Definition of potential difference, V equals to W by Q. So W equals to Q into V. Now from the definition of current, we know that Q equals to I equals to Q by T. So Q equals to I into T. So this is second number equation. And from Ohm's law we have V equals to I into R. This is third number equation. Now this 2 and 3. From 2 we get the equation of Q and from 3 we get the equation of V. If we put this to value in equation 1, because here Q is present, V also be present. So from equation 2 and equation 3 we put we substitute the values of Q and V in equation 1. So we get W equals to I square RT. Now as the electrical energy is converted into heating energy, or this work done is now all electrical work done is converted into heat energy, this W is represented by H. H equals to I square R into T. So SI unit of heat energy is Joule. Heat energy, not the J. J is a proportionality constant, but this is a heat energy. Heat energy unit is Joule. Now let's take one problem. Here find the heat energy produced in a resistance of 10 ohm when 5 ampere current flows through it for 5 minutes. Okay, so R is given, I is given, T equals to 5 minutes, so it must be converted into second, that is equals to 300 second. So we use this equation, H equals to I square RT, so that is equals to 75,000 joule or 75 kg. So what amount of heat energy produced in a resistor? 75 kilojoule or 75,000 joule of heat energy produced in a resistor. Now another problem, it is included in NCERT example 12.11. 100 joule of heat is produced each second in a 4 ohm resistance. Find the potential difference across the resistor. So here H is given, R is given, T is given. We find out V. So V equals to, we know that I square RT. So from here we find out I, and we know that Ohm's law V equals to IR. So we put the value of I and R here. So we get V equals to 20 volt. Clear? Thank you.